got our biggest update yet on the third base position and really who's going to be playing it going forward. And if we're going to have a disgruntled all-star who wants out of Boston because of it. I'm here to break down all of the news on this episode of Red Sox Digest. But first, remember, if you are a part of the 86.5% currently watching this video, not currently subscribed, scroll down, click the subscribe button, help us get to our goal of 2,000 subscribers. We do appreciate all of the love and support. So again, thank you guys so very much for everything. But now let's get to it and break down this major update surrounding the Boston Red Sox organization. And now we've broken down Alex Cora quotes, Craig Breslow quotes, as well as even Alex Bregman quotes on this exact topic over the last week or so. And now we have quotes coming from the one, the only Rafael Devers. And really, this is the one guy we didn't have major quotes coming from outside of the initial quotes that we got from him. Everything else in between was, again, from Breslow, Cora, or Bregman. And again, Devers' initial quotes were not of the good caliber, if you will. He was not happy. He had dug his heels in and basically had told everyone that he is the third baseman. He's going to play third base, and that's how he feels about it. And he was very stern about this idea. It was something that it seemed like, based off his wording and really just how he went about answering those questions and being very confident, being ready to answer those questions, kind of having an idea that those questions could have been coming after or when he did walk up to that post or that press conference, if you will. And now we have new quotes coming from Devers that give us a very good idea that we might just be okay here. Now we're going to cite Chris Colito, the one and only, on Twitter, as he goes on to tweet this. A week after digging his heels in, Rafael Devers opened up his locker Tuesday. And he goes on to say, again, a quote from Devers, "I really don't know why this is becoming such a big story. We're a team. We communicate with each other. The most important thing is that we win. That's where I stand." And again, the end of the quote from Rafael Devers, and this is exactly what we should have been hoping for to hear from Devers. Again, we heard it from Bregman. I just want to win. I'll do whatever it takes for this Red Sox team to win and me to be a part of producing to those wins. Breslow and Cora, my job is to put the best team out on the diamond, and again, whatever that takes. And if that means Bregman's playing third and Devers is at DH, or in Campbell's at second, or any mixture between those guys, and obviously you bring in Yoshida at DH, do we leave Casas there? Again, there are a lot of moving parts here. He is running a baseball team, whether it's Breslow in the front office or Cora in the dugout, again, or in the locker room. Things are going to be intense. They're going to have a lot of big questions going forward. But again, let's be happy in the fact that our question is, we have too much talent. What do we do with it? And where do we end up being best with it positioned? So now we click on the photo of Rafael Devers, and it takes us to the article that Mr. Colito went on to write, and it goes on as follows. Speaking at his locker at JetBlue Park on Tuesday, Devers reiterated that he does not want to give up the third base to become Boston's designated hitter, but he also doesn't want there to be a perception that he's at odds with the Red Sox. That's a good thing. We don't want any drama, because news is starting to really get twisted and turned, and again, it's getting out of hand. Now we'll continue again. A quote from Devers. "I feel like I said everything I needed to say that day," Devers said through translator Davison Perez. "I still feel that way." And again, going on, "I'm not frustrated. I don't have the need to be frustrated about anything with anybody. My family's good. My kids are good. I have no reason to be frustrated about anything. I don't listen to what's said. I don't pay attention to what is said. I just know what I'm capable of, and I'm happy being this way." Again, at the end of the quote from Rafael Devers speaking at JetBlue Park. Again, before a spring training game, following a spring training game. He has not played yet. Seems like the date for his return is going to be March 5th. All the eyeballs are going to be on where he will be playing when March 5th does come. Again, we're getting closer and closer by the day. It is now February 26th, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. But again, these answers coming from Devers are huge. Yes, he is staying put on his initial ideas. Would he like to be the third baseman Absolutely. We clearly understand that. But again, it's seeming like he is slowly but surely accepting the fact that he will do whatever he needs to do in order to help produce wins in winning baseball to this Red Sox organization. Now, another quote from Devers. I really don't know why this is becoming such a big story, he said. We're a team and we communicate with each other. I think the most important thing is for us to have a good chemistry together. Like I've always said since day one, the most important thing for me is that we win. That's where I stand. Now, this is the answer we were looking for. You couldn't have written it any better and handed it to him and asked him to really say himself. Devers just saying, whatever it takes. If you need me to play second base, I'll play second. Obviously, we will not be approaching Devers to play second. But again, the idea is the same. I'll do whatever it takes to win. You need me to pitch? You need me to play catcher? Exactly what Bregman said. Obviously, I think it was the Fenway pod. They offered it to him when they had him on the podcast, and they're like, so where do you want to play? How do you stand on this? And Bregman literally said, I will play anywhere. I will catch if you need me to. Or I think Jared threw that out there being funny. Like, hey, would you catch if... And he said, absolutely, I would get behind the dish and catch if they asked me to do so. And I would do it at the best level I can. And that feels like we're getting the same idea from Rafael Devers now. Obviously, it took a little bit of time. Obviously, he still feels a bit the same way in the idea that he would prefer to play third base dominantly for the Red Sox organization. But again, if this team results in if we end up winning 90 games this year, or 95 games, or any more games than, again, 90 plus games, I should say, who's going to complain? If Devers is at DH and Bregman is at third, and we have Grissom or Campbell or whoever it may be at David Hamilton at second base, who's going to complain? We're going to be in contention to win the AL East. We're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to have a legit chance to put wins after win after win together this season, which would result in being a wildly successful baseball team, which would be awesome to be a part of and witness. And again, so why would anyone like Devers complain? And again, that's what we're getting from this message, from these quotes, that, hey, if we do go out there and win a lot, and I am our DH, or if I am at third base, or if I'm at first base, who cares? We are winning ball games, and that is what the objective is. Now, again, I believe this is the final quote. No, we have one more after this. We're a team. Alex is my manager, Devers said. He is someone I respect a lot. He's not an enemy of mine. I have the discipline necessary that if I'm not feeling right, I can talk to Alex and communicate that. This is a team, and we have one goal. Again, another perfect quote from Rafael Devers. Having trust in his GM, in Alex Cora, someone that it seems like that we've obviously praised over the last week or so, having to really have faith in this guy because he's been around the game of baseball for so long, and with that he'll be able to really make sure that everyone in that clubhouse is understanding and willing and bought into what is being asked of them to do. And obviously that's something that Breslow reiterated. It's something that obviously Rafael Devers is reiterating. The fact that they do trust him, the fact that they do trust the fact that they can go out there and have a conversation with Alex Cora, and they believe that when they say something, it's being listened to. And again, that's important. Then again, it's going a long way, And like we said earlier in this week on this channel, believe in Cora. Do not think that this is all over. We're going to live with a disgruntled all-star until he forces his way out and ends up in LA or somewhere else. It's not going to happen. And again, this is what I was referring to earlier in the middle of that quote. Things are getting out of hand. Bleacher Report drops this article as well as a slew of others from a bunch of different platforms, whether it be Bleacher Report or others across the country out of any state, pitching wild Rafael Devers MLB trade ideas in the Red Sox, or amid the Red Sox drama. What? There's no chance. There's 0% chance that Rafael Devers is traded. Stop it. You look silly. Last thing from this article from Chris Calito. Again, credit to him for doing all the journalism here. He's fantastic at what he does. If you don't follow him on Twitter, go do so. But again, the last quote from Rafael Devers is as follows. I know the kind of player I am, he said. I know what I can do on both the offensive side of the ball and also on defense. I don't know why it's such a big deal. I know what I can do. I'm confident in what I can do. I don't need to be enemies with anybody. I'm a ball player. I don't have to take any type of pressure from anybody or the media. I know that what my talent is. The thing about me is that makes me who I am is that I like to have fun. I like to smile. I like to play this game. It's important to mention it is a game at the end of the day. I know I'm really good at this game. So again, Devers being a bit humble, but also letting everyone know that this is a game, and I'm damn good at this game, and I'm going to play it at a high level for a long time. And because of that, I have no enemies. I have nothing to worry about. Like he said in the first tweet or in the first quote, my family's good. My kids are good. Financially, he's good. He got paid a lot, and he deserved it because he's a damn good ball player. And look at these photos from photo day today. Look how happy he looks. Man, that's not a disgruntled all-star who's upset about not playing his position. Okay? Look at these 4 studs. We're going to win the AL East. And Devers is going to be in MVP contention. I'm just saying it's a good day to be a Sox fan. We did get our ass handed to us today. I'm not going to ignore that. To wrap up this video, I will not ignore that. We did get our ass handed to us. Duran had 2 of our, I believe, 8 hits today. Wasn't good. And then Bregman had both of our RBIs on no hits. He had a sac fly and he had ground out, which was a fielder's choice. He had 2 RBIs. Duran scored one of those runs, and then Eaton had another one of those runs. Eaton has been phenomenal, by the way. Get ready to see Eaton play a lot on the MLB stage, maybe as a pinch runner, something. He's going to steal bags, and he's going to get on base, and I'm loving it because he's fast. He's a utility guy. It's going to work. He looks really good in spring training, and 8-2 we lost to the Rays. Wasn't a great look. They put up a 5 spot in the 5th inning. Can't live with that. Aroldis did pitch in relief today. Hit 101 with his sinker. Gross. He's still throwing flame balls. There's nothing you can do about it. And I can't wait to see how this team plays. Devers will be a part of this team. He's not going to LA. It's not happening. He's going to be our DH. He might play a platoon of third and first. I'm going to see what they do with Casas. Got big questions because his defense has not been great. Bregman did have an error today. I have to say that because we're been cracking on Devers this entire week about his defense. Bregman had an error today at third. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's spring training. It is spring training. But yeah, that is it for this episode of Red Sox Digest. Gave you guys a little recap of today's spring training game, as well as all of the updates involving the defensive positioning and the drama surrounding Rafael Devers and Alex Bregman. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.